This is the Deimos raid encounter on challenge mode, and I'll be tanking it. So at first I start out by giving the quickness buff and some might to my allies, and then I'm going to stay above and just try to prevent these prides from going into the Saul. The differences on the challenge mode is that Saul never comes out of the shackles here, so he's always going to be stuck in the middle, and you cannot heal him. So it's really important that even in this pre-event, we don't let any prides go into the shackled prisoner, because that damage will stick there and it's going to be relevant a lot later on in the fight. So we're just trying to prevent this from happening. Don't let the prides go in. And while that is happening, my party is going down to break the bonds. The boss comes out and I tank the boss in the direct center of the entire platform, because there's really no mechanics that you have to deal with at the start. So just maximize the DPS and just kind of watch my kiter and see if I need to heal them with my staff heals. So just trying to keep the boss here at 75%. The party will go to the demon realm, so we'll be stuck up here. But for now, yeah, the differences between the challenge mode is going to be there's no protective bubble in the center, as you can see here. So the mind crush ability has to be blocked by everyone, not just the hand kiter and the tank. So we have a guardian in my party and a guardian in the other party. We'll be sharing out Aegis to each other. I have the shield, I have the mantra heal, and I have the advance shout, which will share out Aegis. And a lot of times I have enough Aegis to give out 2 sets of Aegis, just in case my other guardian doesn't give it out. So here's the green circle. They're gonna leave. The mind crush is happening, so I have to give myself Aegis. And because I have to block it, I'm gonna take 70% of my health in damage here. So I'm actually going to use my elite signet here just to play safe, keep my health high. And the party's gonna come back. So now the hands are gonna converge into Deimos. So I'm gonna kite the boss away from the hands, because if the hands touch Deimos, then he'll get a damage buff. So I want to kite the boss away from those hands whenever they converge, when the party comes back from going into the demon realm there. And now at this point, we're going to avoid one more mind crush, stack together, because we can go anywhere we want. We're not stuck to standing in the bubble. So we just stack wherever the commander is. In this case, I am the commander, and give out Aegis. And now at 60%, we're going to have to worry about the black circles on the ground, the decay mechanic. And yeah, I have a lot more freedom to move the boss around, because I don't have to worry about getting my team into the protective ward every time the boss uses the mind crush. So we're going to be forced to use the Aegis to deal with that mechanic. But because of that, we have a little bit more freedom. So here we're going to stack together for the mind crush again. And I see that there's 2 decays out, and the third is going to be out, and that's kind of like the maximum. So we're going to be a little bit less on space. So I want to watch the hand kiter and not go too close to them, because then they're not able to actually have the hands on them. And yeah, I'm giving them a little bit of heals. We have designated one of our DPS to stay outside of the demon realm, so that they can handle prides and greeds whenever the rest of the party goes down. And here I have to block for the DPS that stayed out, so they don't die to the mind crush. And yeah, this is a little bit early, but they need to stay out to prevent the prides and greeds from going into the shackled prisoner, because those will do a lot of damage to them. So I try to kite the boss here from the hands. The boss doesn't get any of the buff there. And then I bring the boss back into the center. Now we have to kill Saul's shadow. So I'm going to pull the boss over to the correct one, the one that has the Matthias staff. Now we have to block the mind crush here and finish off Saul. So we're just going to pull the boss on top of Saul, and that's going to get rid of that mechanic and get rid of that pressure. One of my allies gets actually luckily feared by a statue to prevent them from getting knocked off. Now I see my party's taking a lot of damage, so I'm going to use my elite skill to heal a little bit. I'll dodge on top of my other guardian to heal them as well. And now we have to watch out for the smash. And there's a decay there. I see the prides are now starting to spawn because the boss is at 40%. So I'm going to pull the boss on top of the prides so we can cleave the boss and the pride at the same time. And yeah, if those prides go into the shackled prisoner, we're pretty much going to fail because you can't really heal Saul in challenge mode. I see another pride is over here. So I pull the boss over here and just cleave these out. There are some demonic tears up, so I'm going to pick this one up. And I have the green skull above me, so someone else is going to need to pick those up while I have that debuff. There's another pride, which I'll pull the boss towards, and as you can see, they can be feared. Now, the mechanic where they go to the demon realm is happening, and my Scourge should have stayed out to kill the pride here, but for whatever reason, they didn't. So we actually have a druid stay out, so that was maybe a little bit of a miscommunication. Maybe the DPS that was supposed to stay out actually got the green circle, so you kind of want to have some communication there. But yeah, the pride is gonna actually go into Saul there and do a lot of damage. And I tried to kite the hands a little bit to prevent Deimos from getting buffed, but yeah, because we had a little bit of a miscommunication there, we're getting a lot of pressure. So I pull the boss on top of this pride. We cannot let any more prides go into the shackled prisoner or we're going to lose. So we stack here, give out Aegis for the Mind Crush, and we're going to have to probably dodge this. I actually get hit, but because I position very well, it's not going to be fatal. And there's a decay down, and I see a pride is coming in, so I pull the boss immediately over. We need to kill this immediately or we lose. And we get a nice immobilize on the pride, so that's going to prevent it from going into the shackled prisoner, and we're going to be okay. I see there's a demonic tear, but I don't want to go over there. I want someone else to get it, but I see there's also a pride, and I want us to really finish that off. But the boss is at 12%, so we can just finish that off by getting Deimos to 10%. And since we're at 10%, we'll be phasing and going to the final phase. And at this point, it's pretty much the same as normal mode because you don't have to worry about Saul at this point anyways. So when we get down below, we're going to want to get the tears. And yeah, actually Saul is going to be here now. So he's going to help us and give us some of the benefits that he wouldn't give us in challenge mode. But we don't have to worry about his health. And as you can see, the hand kiter needs to still be kiting the hands, but not too far back because they can get knocked off. And the smashes are just going to go from left to right. So if they do right first, then you avoid the right hand, and then you go to that side because then they won't smash that same side for a while. So I'm just moving with the group, telling everyone to stay on me, giving out Aegis so they don't get hit by the smashes. And then once the smash occurs, I just bring my party over there and we can DPS the boss while avoiding the decays on the ground. And yeah, you just pretty much just DPS the boss without hitting the decays, and you can get this completed.